All right, we're gonna get the party started right here. Oh, start on that one, and then go live. Here we go. Oh, I'm not switched. Wait. That's what I messed up. All right, that one. And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the TASG Watch Party on a Tuesday night. Folks, it all comes down to this. Long have we waited for a show like this featuring the characters that we love so much. And right here on October 3rd, what day is it today? It's October 3rd. Mean Girls Day, if you didn't get the reference. And, of course, it is an anniversary of the Clone Wars series and Rebels as well. Clone Wars started October 3rd, 2008. Star Wars Rebels, October 3rd, 2014. And years after both of these shows have ended, and I want to specifically in particular say this about Rebels. Rebels is finally getting the respect it deserves. These characters have often been written out as childish kitty because of its nature on Disney XD, and just seeing the outpouring of nothing but positivity from what I've seen of Hera, of Sabine, of Ezra, and going all the way back to Zeb in Mandalorian Season 3 is very, very good to see. Very nice to see the outpouring of positivity from a historically negative fan base. And so, as we head into the season finale, season or series, Disney giving us a bit of the scare right there from Star Wars, briefly posting series finale quickly, changing their answer to season finale. So, with that being said, we are welcoming into the broadcast tonight. We got Mr. Mark Monarch, the anti-Mark, in the house.
Oh.
And Jensen, I don't know if he's been back yet.
Yeah, I'm back.
And he is back. So yeah, in the last episode, we got to see Ezra Extended. And speaking of Ezra, all season long, we've been summoning Ezra Bridger by eating Buffalo Wild Wings because they have deals on deals on deals, as Taylor Gray has said in that iconic commercial. And so tonight, we are here with our final flavors of the night. Now, Jensen, you went with buffalo this time around. I changed my mind, and I have decided to go with jam and jalapeno.
Yeah.
So I don't. Mark usually joins us at the tail end at the post show, but fam, it's okay if you don't have your wings with you. That's perfectly fine. But this is a cute. This is just a little thing, a little manifestation that Ezra would be back. And every single week we've had flavor on flavor. Real quick before we dig into this one, actually no, let's go into this one, and then let's talk about our favorite wing flavor that we've had this season. All right, this is jam and jalapeno. I really want to say jam and jalapeno, but
Right?
yeah. All right.
Filipino side coming up, you say jalapeno.
Jalapeno, yeah. Yeah, man. All right, here we go. Let's get the party started right here. Ooh. Oh.
Good.
It's surprisingly sweet.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this tastes like what you would think
sweet?
buffalo would taste like.
So because the reason why I changed my mind is because buffalo is listed on Buffalo Wild Wings as a tier 3 hot.
Yeah.
And because we wanted to do wings that were spicy but didn't distract from the stream. I think hot barbecue, when we did that week, was
That one was
distractingly hot.
Yeah.
So I only wanted to keep things within reach of that one. So
That's fair.
so this was one of the last wings that we haven't covered yet. But Jen, what was your favorite wing flavor that we've covered over the last few weeks?
Um, it would either have to be the Asian zing or the sauce. Those were real good. I think I like the sauce more.
Sauce was pretty good. I
Yeah.
agree. Um, but for me, my favorite one was Caribbean jerk.
Oh,
Caribbean
yeah.
jerk had a good balance of spiciness and sweetness.
Yeah.
Spicy sweet. This this has to be up there too, because this is also surprisingly sweet.
Wow.
Dipping
Yeah.
sauce of the
So
day, Southwest Ranch. As you're saying about buffalo,
Buffalo tastes like what you'd think buffalo tastes like.
buffalo.
It's yeah. It's spicy, but I don't know. It's a little overbearing, but that's about it.
And overbearing is just a flavor profile that personally I'm just not a fan of. Gotta be subtle. All right. I'm gonna rate that an 8 out of 10 because I wasn't expecting the sweetness. And now also Jen, while we're doing this part of the segment, um, every time before the show I would bring out a roll of paper towels because this ain't enough. So I bring out a roll of paper towels and we do a little bit of ASMR before the show. Now, granted, we're still before the show, but I want to give you a little bit of a hint of ASMR because I feel like the audience would like that. Like a helicopter coming out of the war zone. I got a lot of these. And I forgot to bring up the bottle of garlic parm, so I'll run down and grab that. Because we don't have a group watch, we're going to have to... the way that we're going to do it is that we're going to briefly play through the Disney Plus logo, and then after the Disney Plus logo, that is when we will reset to 0 and then play from there. So that's worked for us so far, but what's really scaring me at the moment is how unstable my network is at the moment. I'm looking at the OBR, or the OBS rather.
It's a group watch. They got rid of it.
They pulled Group Watch, I think, before last week or
Like
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
For everything, or is it just for Ahsoka?
Off Disney Plus.
Oh, that's lame.
It's utter bull. I'm not happy by it.
We're gonna have to be synchronized.
So the way that we're doing it is, the way to sync it up is that we play through the Disney Plus logo, because then after the Disney Plus logo, you can just scrub back to 00, and then count down 3, 2, 1 on go. We hit play. On go. 3, 2,
We
1.
just pause after the logo, and then we do 3, 2, 1, and then just go from there, rather than, because we're gonna have to watch the Disney logo again, right?
Surprisingly, no, because I think Disney Plus logo is supposed to be that buffer, and then if you have the ad supported, it would play the ad. So
Oh, gotcha.
we'll see what happens. I'm gonna run downstairs real quick, and then I'll be right back. garlic parm on the side. Alrighty. Well, here we are. The final episode of the season or series. And on Twitter, I put out a poll. Should Ahsoka get a second season? We'll talk about more about that heading into exiting the episode later on in the live stream. So, here we go. Coming Wednesday to Disney Plus, by the way. Coming Wednesday to Disney Plus. Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. I had a good time with it. Ahsoka episode 8. It is a 48-minute episode. The heroes race to prevent Grand Admiral Thrawn's escape. All right, here we go. I'm going to hit play, and if we, right after the Disney Plus logo.
I'm ready.
All righty, paused. We're zeroed out. We're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. This is the TASG Watch Party. Ahsoka. We have. Ooh.
Right, I'm gonna turn off my mic for.
That's fine.
For now.
Star Wars visions.
Goddamn.
Getting home is kind of important.
Yeah, my lips are starting to puff up.
Sandro Santos, welcome to the live stream. This music getting tension already.
I know, right?
The Thrawn theme. You can hear that organ. Nothing can stop us now.
Damn.
Was it Anakin butchering his name, or was it Kanan?
Oh, okay.
Oh man. I hereby declare you Night Sister.
Right? Oh.
Hey, yo. So she's probably going to get those markings, right? Damn.
Dang.
Yeah, so that's how they get their markings. Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm just in the background, just
You're going like, what the fuck is going on?
what happened?
Okay, like literally, okay, and
She getting her own staff?
no
What is
way.
this? First of all, Baja Blast.
Right?
Captain Hauser.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Forged from the magic of the great mothers.
Wow.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
That took a while to dispatch. Like a solid 2-3 minutes from the time he said, go send out 2 TIE fighters.
Bruh. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
What? Oh my god. This is a Rick Famuyiwa episode, guys.
Yep.
That's funny.
Trying to make his own lightsaber again? Oh. Hashtag rebels. The toothpick lightsabers. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flashback? Oh. But he didn't go by Kanan Jarrus.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, never mind.
Damn, Sabine took that.
And I took that personally.
Oh.
Wow. A spare emitter?
He's ain't no way.
Wow.
He's making Kanan's lightsaber.
Speaking of Kanan's lightsaber, it's coming to the Disney parks this November. We voted on that back in the day.
Oh.
Look at that. Blue.
Oh.
Ah,
Just dipped.
she's probably like, Hoyang never liked me anyways.
Oh no.
Okay. Including Ursa and Tristan. Wow. And that was what we were looking for, because remember, Balin
Yeah.
Balin said so.
Yeah. He just mentioned it
And it was just like, yeah, right.
out of nowhere.
But
yeah.
more details here. Questions answered. I like that.
I know, right?
Even after you left.
Right. Yep.
Commit. Do or do not. There's no trying. Bingo.
Ain't no way.
Oh my god.
Have you heard the fan theories that Ezra has a Nodi wife?
Oh my god. What?
Yeah, like those little turtle things. Some people think one of them's like Ezra's wife. I'm like,
That's dumb as fuck.
maybe it is, but like it could be true.
My god. I'm not going to stop thinking about that now. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, shit. Now they have to
They made it out.
go back. Yeah, but like
They made it out, but not back.
they gotta make it to Thrawn the Chimera in order to get off.
I think in the post show last week, Mark and I said that, or Mark suggested that they do the most Ezra Bridger thing and disguise themselves onto the Chimera.
Yeah. Well,
Never assume.
oh my god, fucking ground assault bullshit. Hashtag
R.I.P. Naughty.
season 3 of Rebels. When Thrawn finds Chopper Base.
Bendu.
Yeah. Oh, so they're gonna rush off while they try and fix a ship.
Hoyang's gonna die.
I hope not. Oh my god. I still want to know how they got separated after getting there.
Right?
How Thrawn and Ezra got separated. Because Thrawn was definitely not in control.
But where is Shin and Balin at the moment? Balin's definitely somewhere where Shin isn't.
Yes. Woke up the witch.
He woke up the witches. He was standing in the doorway saying, Mom, I threw up.
Mom, I threw up. Please help.
Hellfire. I'm sorry, can you say that again? I couldn't hear you.
Oh. Oh.
Ezra's like, I've seen this before. Excuse me.
Hey.
For those of you just tuning in, 18 minutes, 50 seconds of a 48-minute episode.
Oh my god. Now we'll see if they're actually undead or not.
The zombies. And now she's the Rex of the squad.
And
Yeah.
get back up. Get back up. Get back up. Damn. Damn, they got subtitles for this too?
That's cool.
And it's like in italics. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Wow.
I fucking knew it.
Oh my god. No, it's not. You've seen this before. But they're moving way too slow.
Jesus Christ.
If this happened in Battlefront 2, all you need is a BB-8 and cable spin, and you win. Just like, yeah. Aw.
Oh.
This process is taking way too long. Swifties. For those of you tuning in, we are 23 minutes 45 seconds into the Ahsoka season or series finale.
Yeah. God damn.
Shit.
Oh.
my colleague's Matthew Belknap. He said that Sabine and Ezra will make it to the known universe, but Sabine won't. I'm sorry, but Ahsoka won't. Let's see if his theory is right. The rematch.
Ain't no way. Are those like dark troopers then? Oh my god, it's the fucking
It's a scene we saw in the trailer.
it's the trailer. Oh my god.
Shit.
No way. Oh my god. Do it. Yes.
Is it working? Is it working?
Yeah.
Does she have it? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
All right, Sabine. Yeah. Just as I was saying, it's like the 3 times she tries to use the Force, and the fourth or fifth time, it works for her. 27 minutes 45 seconds in a 45-minute episode, 48-minute finale. Throw me. I'm counting on you.
Oh my god. Oh my
Come on, come on.
god.
Yeah! Let's go, Sabine! Shit!
Yeah.
Oh, ha. Yeah! Shit. You've done this before. Order 66. And by all laws of physics, there's no way a bee should be able to fly. And yet they do.
Oh,
You're here too. What?
God.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. To sacrifice her own life for Dathomir. I agree. Typical Ezra.
No way.
All right. Your audio's playing, my guy.
I just wanted to say, I knew it.
Yes, you were right last week.
I'm going back on mute.
We still haven't seen Balin.
Right?
So what's going on with them? What happened to them?
Yeah, 55.
Hoyang,
Ahsoka.
Hoyang, Hoyang, yeah, baby.
Damn. 15 minutes left.
Plus credits. That's creepy. In terms of being burned alive? Shit. Shit. Oh, Morai?
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
way. Ain't no way.
We haven't seen Morai all season.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so there's Shin. But where is Balin?
The women. But the children too. Okay.
So there's Balin. And because this is the last episode.
Wait, that's the father. That's the father and the son. And the mother.
The
Where's
daughter.
But the daughter's been destroyed.
What's in the distance? It looks like a Morse code off in the back.
Okay. Going to Dothamir. Obviously.
Are you sure not Ryloth?
Absolutely not Ryloth. Yep.
And then somehow Maul has returned.
Please.
So are those all Night Sisters then?
It has to be.
Okay, we're gonna see Hera again. Possibly Zeb. We haven't seen Callus either. New Republic, baby. Zeb. This has to be Zeb.
Why do they all have their guns out?
Or is it Ezra?
No, it's Ezra. Yep, it's Ezra. Has to be.
Yeah, yeah. Not the way that I hoped. Wait.
No.
Yeah. Take it off. Nah, he knows. Chopper knows. Welcome back. Is that you? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Where's Senator Ziono right now? Yeah. Hug it out. Come on.
No.
Give us the hug.
Fuck you.
Oh.
No hug. No hug, I guess. I was about to cry.
Yeah. We'll discuss it after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ezra's home. So now Uno reverse card. He has to. She's now counting on him. Dang. Something's calling. Something's calling?
No way.
Wow. What? Wow.
Right?
Wow. Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, Hayden, force ghosting yet again. I'm loving this music to end things off. So,
All right, I'm back.
welcome back. Sorry, I'm
Wow.
enjoying this music right now. I can't wait for the soundtrack to release. This second half.
Do you think there's gonna be an end post credits?
I'm holding on for dear life. Oh. Yeah. R.I.P.
Expect that ending.
And Hayden Christensen. So I'm holding on for dear life to see if there's a post credits.
Because there usually is one, right?
Sometimes. All right, and doesn't look like there is. So, wow, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 8 of Ahsoka. Let's start with Mark on the other side. Thoughts?
This pretty much confirms that for those who about there not being a season 2, there's definitely gonna be a season 2 or a probably gonna be follow up to in the movie, I guess. But that was a lot. Throwbacks. I liked how they brought back Mother Talzin with her sword that she used against Mace.
Yeah.
In the Clone Wars. I liked that. I liked how the inclusion of the statues of the father and the son, and I think that was the daughter with her head cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
In the clip side there. It was very Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
We finally got Stormtrooper zombies.
Yes.
Yep.
I was waiting for that because for the longest time, we were all saying, "Oh, maybe they're all already dead and stuff like that." But no, they were actual living, breathing stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Those are only
They're
times that they
alive.
were
They're
actually.
alive, but they're dead.
Now
I'm
they're
alive,
yeah,
but I'm dead.
they were alive, they died, and then they came back to life. But overall, I wasn't expecting anything like this wasn't gonna be like like a series finale. So I knew it wasn't gonna be um what am I gonna say? Be sort of like a cliffhanger.
Right.
I didn't expect to see what was inside those containers.
Hmm.
Uh, because the way the episode looked, they were focusing more on like the battle against time to stop Thrawn um reaching the Eye of Sion and going to light speed, but going hyperspace. So I knew it was gonna happen because most of the episode didn't to fit that in. Guess we're just gonna find out in the future what's in those containers. I think this is a rumor that's a theory that's been floating around that they're caskets.
Of old
Mm,
Night Sisters and
Yeah,
or
because
But like,
Ezra
how
said something
old?
about how Thrawn found the place and then he awakened the Night Sister, the
Yeah.
mothers. He awakened the Great Mothers. So I think, and the reason, and it's pretty obvious that because they went back to Dathomir, which is a pretty dead. There's no life. There's no, nothing there. So it would only make sense that they would repopulate the planet, which was the deal that Thrawn struck with the Great Mothers. Otherwise, why would they help him?
Right.
exactly.
So yeah, overall, great episode. I'd give it a I liked everything. I got the zombies. I got I gave it
Overall,
a
great
solid 9 out
tension.
of 10.
I
Yeah, I
agree.
would say 9 out of 10. Thrawn was Thrawn. Thrawn never wavered. Thrawn was like still he still won.
Yeah.
He still won in the end. So this is the Empire moment. So it's not as grand as most people imagine it to be, but it was Thrawn's victory. It was Thrawn's win, which is exactly what should have happened, in my opinion, rather
It
than the heroes win like clean. You
right.
know,
It's the plan that was that he wanted all along, um, and like the way that I see, it, he is always unfazed. Yeah, he was distracted that hey, Ahsoka is Anakin's Padawan, but other than that, it briefly shook him, but he was ready for all other parameters. Um,
Anakin, because I was waiting for something like because I read all the books. I was waiting for that moment where he would use it against Ahsoka. Like I
yeah,
knew your master, so I knew exactly how you're gonna think, and he actually did it in the show, where like he was like you're too much like your master. Maybe like you're gonna become exactly what he became. So maybe this other galaxy is exactly where you should be, which I
Mhm.
think is probably a good explanation why we never saw Ahsoka or Sabine in. If we're like connecting threads here, which is um why they weren't in the sequel trilogies.
I'll add on to that because I was um, what was it? The that when he said that you're gonna become just like your master, I was thinking burned, burned
Oh,
in the hyperspace, in the fuel, because like that's what happened to uh, several of the New Republic army that we saw with Hera
And
that first time
and
around.
and Crosshair.
he meant that she was gonna become like Vader because he knew Anakin was Vader.
Yeah, and so that's what I was thinking, but nope, they survived it, but they decided to go back. And so now I definitely think if we were to get a season two, um, I definitely think it's now Ezra who's going to present himself in front of the senators, and Ziono is definitely going to become a believer. Um, But he's probably going to throw out something like, "Oh, why were you hiding the whole time? You could have come back. Why didn't you?" Fuck Senator Ziono, man. Um, Speaking of season 2, earlier today, as we were gearing up to see this finale, Star Wars posted a live stream of Merle, the Loth Cat, Sabine's Loth Cat, and they did a couple typos. They said series finale, but then they walked back on that and it became season finale. So, and I'm sure, Mark, we've talked about this a couple times in the last couple episodes, or in the last episode. The discussion about a season 2. Are we going to get a season 2, or will this become the movie? And so, after seeing this episode, do you think we are seeing a season 2?
It's possible, but I'm also not gonna throw away the possibility that the quote unquote season 2 is the actual movie.
Yeah. I have
It's
to agree with
very. It like depends on the scale. I mean, the way they left it off, the scale of story seems like they left it big.
There's a lot of new questions that need answering, and especially the mysteries of Peridia.
And Rydia, yes, how thought it was the homeworld Dathomirian of the Dathomirian witches, but then we see that cliff statue of the father and the son. But I can only guess is the daughter with her head lopped off. But oh, the fact that we saw what's her name,
Morai.
can't remember.
Morai,
Morai, yeah. So
I was like, oh, okay.
we saw her, and I guess we did see the daughter after all.
And that was the first appearance, for live action. First of all, first appearance of Morai so far this series.
Did she appear in Mando?
She, ooh,
Was in the tree when he went to the forest, right?
which season? Season 3, right?
The Jedi episode, the one that's called the
season
Jedi,
2.
where Morgan hires him to go after Ahsoka.
Possibly. I think so. Yeah. But I did not remember that part.
He was like on a tree branch or something, like watching him.
I think, yeah. I think you're right. But
To rewatch it, but
yeah,
we saw the sister, so we saw all three.
We saw all 3, but with that, with the appearance of Morai in this part, she wasn't there when in the World Between Worlds, because Rebel Season 4 World Between Worlds episode, Morai was in the World Between Worlds, and
He was.
And so, why she didn't show up in this version of the World Between Worlds, I was surprised. I was surprised to not see her. So I was like, what's going on with this? Why is she not here? Only for her to show up at the last moment. So I definitely think that's definitely reaching for season 2 territory.
The imagery of Balin's skull.
Yes.
Standing on the father.
The father's.
Yeah.
And that had to be on purpose. The way that he was standing smack dab in the middle of the screen, and then the father's like right behind him.
I don't know if you noticed. It's a very small detail. What he was looking at from that cliff, and there's definitely
What he was looking.
The father
like
was
like a
pointing all
valley
the
of
way
some
in the
sort.
distance, also.
a valley, but there was something flashing on top of that rock.
Yeah.
I don't.
There.
If I go back to the.
But there's also a lot with him and a lot with Shin. So it's like it's obvious Shin is now the leader of that mercenary of bandits.
The big Noti versus the little Noti. The reunion. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go back to the Balin because Balin's looking at something in the horizon. But what is it? There's something flashing on top of the mountaintop. If you pause it at 37 minutes 16 seconds, 37:16, there's something at the top of the mountain that's flashing.
I'll look it up right now, actually, while I have my TV.
37 seconds.
16?
37:16 to 37:19.
Okay. I wonder what that is then.
Exactly.
Citadel?
It looks like some sort
Citadel,
of
is
beacon.
No, the sucky part is.
Is it the HDR on the TV being too dark?
Oh, the sucky part is Ray Stevenson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did an incredible job this season.
He did.
Just
probably
incredible
the standout
performance.
the standout next to Thrawn, but if there's gonna be a new season of this, who are they gonna hire? Oh, it has to be someone,
Leave Schreiber.
Schreiber or Joe Butler has been making the rounds too. We can only hope, that Balin's story doesn't end here just because Ray Stevenson's
Yeah.
no longer, alive.
He died on the journey would be a cheap way of saying saying it.
Off screen. Yeah. Let's not go with
Let's not put that into existence because everything that we've put into existence was correct. You were even correct that Sabine
played.
and Hera or wow, whoa. Sabine and Ahsoka would be stuck on the planet.
Yeah.
I called that as well. And
You
I called
also-
Ezra dressing up.
Yes, you did.
I feel like I should play something. I feel like I should play something real quick.
What was it? Powerballs 1 billion.
Oh, jeez.
Right?
Jensen, I want to hear from you. What are some of the standouts that you noticed in this episode?
When Sabine getting choked against the wall, and then she finally uses the Force and grabs the lightsaber,
Yes.
and then when Ezra goes to jump, the Force theme actually starts playing, and I was like, "Oh yeah!"
Kinder music doing it again.
I know, right? And you could see in Thrawn's face, even though he's known for not making like large movements in like his face, like to show anything, you could definitely tell this episode that he was really worried about Ahsoka and everybody trying to get aboard the Chimera.
Oh yeah.
You could really see it this episode.
I definitely think that one of the biggest things also is Ezra reconstructing a lightsaber. This is Ezra's third
Oh, yeah.
lightsaber.
Yep.
So great, more money to spend.
In the
we
style
have the
of Kanan.
in the style of Kanan. Not while it's not
Emitter.
fully. I think the emitter part is just that's the part that's Kanan. But it's his third lightsaber, and I don't think we have ever seen anybody in live action, at least,
Like that many.
make a lightsaber. Do we see
Yeah,
Luke
we've never
making a
seen that.
lightsaber in the movies? Do we see? Yeah. I mean, this is pretty interesting. Now, this was also in the style of Rebels, where he's using scraps on Ahsoka's ship. Whatever they have lying
They're not really
around,
scraps, are they? They're just stored.
or spare parts.
They're stored parts for because Hu Yang. I don't know if if this is true, but I think that I don't know if that's Hu Yang's like original ship.
And then Ahsoka just took it over later on.
Yeah, I mean I don't know like if they ever established it, but it would make sense considering all the stuff is there.
And I found that very fascinating. The process of making the lightsaber, and I mean, I don't know. You've experienced it in Galaxy's Edge, right? We've all made lightsabers. So I have mine up there. It's a very fun experience, and just seeing that in live like seeing kind of that process in live action. But like more like a crude way of making it rather than the Force making it in the Younglings episode of Clone Wars. That's very fascinating to me. Another thing that stood out was the reunion. This was something that we've waited for so long. While it wasn't the way that I would have liked it to, I hate how they cut away the hug. A lot of the Ezra fans are going to be really upset at that. They're like, just give us the hug already, and no hug. But it was a very emotional moment, and you could tell that Chopper recognized immediately. Yeah, I could hear the beep say, "Is that you? Is that you?" And he was very happy to see his old menace back. But
Wait till Zeb sees him.
But yeah, Zeb did not make an appearance this season. Callus did not make an appearance this season. We had our second mention of Kanan Jarrus and our first mention of Caleb Doom. So there are definitely certain things that are positive, certain things that we would have liked to see in terms of that. Real quick, let's run into the tweets here.
Not really any negatives I saw. I mean, even though there was no Balin or Shin at all, I wouldn't consider that a negative because at this point their story has gone on their own little tangent.
Yeah. Now they're doing their own thing.
That makes sense.
Ahsoka is such a great Star Wars show, probably the best one in the Disney era by far. But then, okay, I can see it. I think overall the Ahsoka show left such a sour taste in my mouth, and it's for one particular reasoning. Ashley Eckstein deserved to be in it.
Here's the thing. Here's my response to that. I may. Ashley Eckstein did originate Ahsoka, but there's a difference between animation and a voice actor for an animated series versus live action. And Dave worked on this, and Dave is very protective of Ahsoka, as we all know. So as long as Dave's good with it, hey, I'm good with it. You know, I mean, no one knows that character better than him, and if he feels like Rosario Dawson captured his vision of an older, more mature Ahsoka, then so be it.
True. I agree.
Of course, there's always gonna be those fans, like who shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
Well,
I know there's definitely now a lot of the now there's a lot of Ezra fans that are like, oh, you should have shown the hug. We deserve to see Hera and Ezra hug. But this one also says this. At Saturn Art Quinn states, Anakin finally finished training. She made him proud of her, and now he finds his peace. In that little scene right there, the Force Ghost of Anakin. It's very much Return of the Jedi like.
You notice his robes are different?
Yeah, there's
The black
Like in Return of the
Vader
Jedi.
robes.
Yeah, he's wearing his because in Return of the Jedi, remember, even though it was just basically a head swap, he was wearing the white Obi-Wan robes, the Ben robes.
Yeah.
At the time, in 1983, they didn't know how it was gonna look, so they just gave him the same robes. But catch that in this one, he has his leather black and brown ensemble detail.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know why, but the face that he makes looks like he's trying so hard not to laugh. He's trying he's just trying his hardest not to laugh.
To smile at his apprentice because he's so proud.
Yeah.
Ooh, did you guys see that there was a bunch of rumors going around that Luke was gonna show up in this?
Oh man. Luke, Leia. I mean, then again, Mark Hamill greeted Amonis Fondi a happy birthday, and I read too much into it, and it was like Luke and Ezra confirmed for season 2. But
Never know. I mean, he's back in the right galaxy.
that is true. He's home.
Because
Yeah.
is rebuilding the Jedi Order, so it's just that the possibilities now are like a lot more open.
Other than the people who've always wrote the series off, it's nothing but positivity.
Thing. This is
Some-
exactly the sequel that they want.
Yeah.
I know it's the sequel that I wanted to Return of the Jedi.
This is the sequel that everybody that a lot of people had, and right now I think it's just a matter of trying to process what they just saw here tonight. That it's a very open-ended ending, but pushes the possibility of a second season, the possibility of the Filoni film. More questions than answers after that, says at bottleman __. And yeah, that's the case of me, because now you took a look at where Shin went, where Balin went, and I don't think we'll ever find this out because again, R.I.P. Ray Stevenson. We'll never find out, possibly, or who knows, if we do find out what he was looking at, what was calling out to him. Was it the Bendu itself? Because that was one of the possibilities.
The eyes of the Bendu.
The eyes of the Bendu, yes.
Because remember those? Remember he glows when he was attacking Thrawn.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's definitely
I don't know
the
if
quote
it's true or
Jedi.
not, but I don't know. I've been so far with my with my predictions. So.
It's not. You're looking to win it. I am in tears from Ahsoka Official. Such an incredible series, and it was everything I could have hoped for and more. Every single cast member and crew made such an amazing story and journey. R.I.P. Ray Stevenson. You were gone way too soon. May the Force be with you. What is Balin looking for, though?
Buy that Sabine Black Series figure because I was like, now I kind of want it now.
Not blue Elon Musk.
Everyone keeps saying that.
I see it. I see it. Unfortunately, in certain
Like
scenes,
Elon
it's blue Elon Musk. I think there's certain facial expressions that Mickelson does that kind of makes it look very much like it. Shadows in the starlight. This was a very... See, because here's the thing. A lot of people right now are taking it as a series finale. And that's... I'm not seeing it that way. I'm seeing it as an opening to a second season, that there will be a follow-up, that we will see something from this. The question is when. When can we do this
Now
again?
here's the thing: these people probably aren't, you know, they're casuals
Well,
that don't really follow the show or follow the
some of
news
these
surrounding Star Wars.
some of these
so-
Star Wars fans are those Star Wars fans that wrote off Rebels.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're the highly critical ones, but not critical enough to be Fandom Menace.
I was
Fandom
gonna
Menace
say the
ish.
Phantom Menace.
Fandom Menace ish. If I am to quote.
Hey, let's all see what Theory thinks.
Oh God, I'm not going to switch over to that. I don't know if Strictly is going live though. Speaking of partner live streams, I don't think he's live. No. It was a good idea though. I will say.
Yeah, I was like, if you were able to contact him, it would have been like a cool big, not watch party obviously, but like a big.
Oh no, like a full on watch party.
Full on,
And then it would just be like simulcast. He would have his stream, and I would have our stream live, and we would have a full on like panel discussion.
Oh yeah.
But the big question is, as both of us hosts, it would be interesting to see whose would we look at. But
Yeah.
he's busy filming something right now for school. So
Hey, you mentioned that last week, yeah.
so unfortunately, he hasn't live streamed or covered anything for Strictly in a while. So back on temporary hiatus for them as they get ready, or as Ryder finishes up some business stuff to do. Well, it is 7:14, 7:14 in the 7:14. I'll be heading into the park because this was a great time.
You're going to buy that Sabine figure now from Target once you get off.
Yes, the Black Series. Get that
Yeah.
Black Series Ezra. Get that Ezra. The what was it? The Force Effects Sabine lightsaber coming out soon. Kanan Jarrus and his lightsaber will be coming to not Savi's workshop. Why am I blanking?
Oh man. I'm
Den
trying
of
to
Antiquities.
Yeah.
To the
Doc
Den
Ondars?
Doc Ondars, yes.
Doc Ondars, that's right.
I just found out recently that that they discontinued Sidious's lightsaber.
They did, because they
I'm gonna
did.
get myself a
what
second
was-
one because he has two, but at least I got mine. At least I got one
I just hope this year that they accept 40% off, right?
fully.
This has been an amazing show, and we have covered this show since day one. And day one being what was it? Because this show was first announced all the way back in 2021, Disney Plus Day. The many announcements that came true and many that didn't, Rangers of the New Republic being one of them. But this was a series that I was heavily invested in. From day one, it was always the theories that this would be the live-action Rebels Season 5, that this would be the search for Ezra Bridger. And as a fan who really thoroughly enjoyed both the character and the show, the Ezra Bridger and Star Wars Rebels, this is a show that we have waited for a very long time. And it's also part of new Star Wars lore. It would introduce the new galaxy. It would introduce many new things to Star Wars, and it was so far an incredible journey. And then over last year, we went over to Celebration, and we got to see some more of that in action. We were there in the room when it was announced. We were there when we saw the teaser trailer, where Natasha Liu Bordizzo, Rosario Dawson, and Dave and John, they talked about it, and they brought Chopper on. It was a day that I will never forget, primarily because it was also the same day that Fantasmic came back. And so 1 year later, just over a year later, we get to see the show in its entirety. And so looking back at the journey so far, I am very, very satisfied. I am very happy what they have done here in this show. which brings us to our overall rating of this show. I'm going to go over to Jensen. How would you rate this series? All 8, knowing the journey that we have done over the last few years. And so, yeah, what do you think? The overall series rating?
9.5.
9.95.
Yeah.
Is it almost everything that you hoped for from the
Yes.
show?
Yes, it really is.
Emperor.
And more.
And more. TASD vlogs and more.
I would give it a same 9, very close to 10. I would give it like a 9 point. Yeah.
9.99. 0.99 extended. For me, again, yes, it's also going to be 9.5. It's only just the minor things that I took issue with, but they're like things that, like the reunion. I would have liked to see Jason meet his older brother or something like that.
Initially older brother, yeah.
Yeah, essentially. It would have been nice to see, but I'm still also very happy with what happened. There are certain things that could have been done differently, but with what we saw, Dave Filoni cooked here over the last 7 weeks, and I could, as a Star Wars fan and as part of this crucial, or as part of this the critiques of the watch party, us as reviewers, essentially, many in the Star Wars fandom have been very critical to what Disney has done ever since the sequel trilogy. They've always knocked it down. It's always been negative on that side, with very few positives, namely being seasons 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian. Season 3 of Mandalorian definitely changed things, and they definitely felt like that they wanted to save the wow factor for this show. So it was very interesting to see the pathway between 2021 and today, seeing season 2 and season 3 of Mando come out, Book of Boba Fett, and Andor being the truly universally praised Star Wars show. While this show had both its fans and its naysayers throughout its run, for the most part, things have been pretty much positive, and namely the acting performances of Mary Elizabeth Winstead, of Rosario Dawson, and Natasha Liu Bordizzo, portraying those 3 core characters from Star Wars Rebels, a show that has historically been overlooked and overwatched as a series for children. They definitely brought their A games in this one. Dave Filoni cooked, Natasha Liu Bordizzo cooked, Mary Elizabeth Winstead cooked, Jason Sandula cooked. And this was overall an incredible series made by incredible people. And while the writers' strike was resolved just a couple weeks ago, the actors' strike is still going on. So please support the SAG-AFTRA strike with the QR code in the lower right-hand side. It takes you to the SAG-AFTRA fund. Just incredible performances, deserve to be paid right. They just simply put, they deserve to be paid right. And even for the late and great Ray Stevenson, he did an incredible job, and it was very disappointing to hear his passing just before the series would release. And so with that, I just want to thank everybody. Thank you for joining us here, both on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you to our resident expert, Mr. Mark Monarch, for joining us week in and week out. Man, thank you so much for joining us.
Having me, it was definitely a pleasure.
It was a fun time when you would chime in during Mando season 3 as a resident expert, giving us different insights that we may have missed.
Mhm.
And thank you for agreeing to come on. I know it's I mean, fortunately, granted, it's on days that availabilities work out, but it's not always an easy task. And of course, um, we always run into technical issues here and there. It's just bound to happen. But through all the difficulties, thank you for coming in and week out, giving us your perspective, your point of view, and your opinions week in and week out. Man, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Having me. I hope to do this again with future series. So yeah, hopefully they're on our days off again.
Yes, of course, because Loki isn't. Um, Loki's on Thursdays, and it's every Thursdays at 6:30 or at 6 o'clock. So,
I might
great.
not be able to do those.
Oh, definitely I can't, but I'll be doing. So stay tuned for the TASG watch party Friday mornings at 11 a.m. Loki season 2. Not kidding. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna post more about that later on, or probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Special thanks to Jedson and Heather for also joining us over this 8 episode run. I think last week was the only show that. That you weren't able to fully stay with us.
Yeah. But yeah, no problem.
It was a very fun time, and just like you were also there in the room where it happened, the Anaheim Convention Center Arena, on that Saturday, May 28th, where we were staying there in the morning. It was a very fun time, very fun. I definitely do it again. And then we saw a little bit of the sneak peek at D23 Expo. It was a lot of the same footage that we saw at Celebration a couple months prior to that. But yeah, it was such a fun time. Just doing this journey with you guys has been a lot of fun, and seeing how Filoni would progress in his journey in live action is pretty incredible. But there is definitely a lot more in store for the future, and for that I am very, very excited. As I'm sure that all of you are as well. Well, time has now come. I thank everybody for joining us here. We will be back for the next Star Wars series, which is expected to be Skeleton Crew, and because of the writers and actors strikes, that has been delayed potentially into 2024. The next series we will be covering here on the TASG Watch Party will be Loki, and as I mentioned just moments ago, we'll be covering it Friday mornings at 11 a.m. So stay tuned for that. I will try my best to not spoil myself over the week, over a Thursday overnight, but I do work Thursdays, and as a result, we have to push things over to the morning. So Loki will be our next series, 6-episode run for the next 6 Fridays, and then also confirmed season 2 of Invincible, as well as Percy Jackson and the Olympians, coming soon to Disney Plus this December. Those are the upcoming shows that we will cover here as part of Watch Party. Guys, this has been a lot of fun. Getting to follow this with a lot of friends is so much fun, and I am very happy and thankful to do this all with you. So thank you, and thank you, the viewers, for tuning in, week out. That's going to do it for us here on the TASU Watch Party Tuesday night. We'll see you Friday morning for Loki Season 2. So long, everyone.
Goodbye.
You're
Yeah.